facing an uncertain future. Our population is aging. Healthcare costs are skyrocketing, and the economy is faltering. Americans don't trust their leaders to make the right choices, and leaders are not sure what solutions the public would accept. To provide insight, groups of citizens across the country work together to deal with some of the toughest challenges facing America. The goal? Find common ground on Social Security, Medicare, defense, federal spending, taxes, and debt.
What choices are we willing to make? What trade-offs are we willing to make for ourselves and for our children so that we can ensure we have the future we want in this country? And we're just going to take 8 hours to solve that. So get ready.
So in other words, we all agree that we want to keep our promise to the elderly in the process of reforming this situation.
We want the debt to be controlled. Like, we can't just keep spiraling out of control. It needs to be kind of reined in.
My concern is Social Security, because the way it's going, when I get there, I don't think there's going to be anything left.
So to start with, we were going to increase the earnings cap, but also also the capping of the benefits that you could receive, raising the eligibility age, and we wanted to see the concept of the bipartisan commission to oversee the Medicare and Social Security funding.
I think that we should explore the possibility of private accounts to some extent.
The benefit should not be so great from Social Security as a safety net that you lose that incentive or the necessity to try to prepare and try to go forward and make supplemental income and investments to prepare for your future.
Each one of these programs are very important. Yeah. They're very important, because we can't, how can we live without Medicare?
But we're going to have to come up with some kind of way to do something with the cost and the rise of the healthcare, industry.
We believe that preventative medical care is where more of the money should go.
The hope is with more emphasis on preventative medicine and disease state management, the hope is that your last year of life will be healthier.
I'd rather see a whole room of healthy people than people hooked up to all sorts of gadgets, keeping them alive for an extra 2, 4, 6 months that costs as much as keeping an entire community well.
How does everybody feel as far as keeping the defense spending right where we are right now?
I mean, without a strong defense system, we wouldn't even be worrying about taxes. We wouldn't be worrying about anything, you know?
It seems to me that if we cooperate with the community of world nations, the spending on defense will automatically necessarily go down.
One of my big concerns is the money that's being spent on defense and war, and I think that money should be more concentrated on our citizens and health and education and things that are important in this country.
The current defense structure is built to basically fight the Cold War, which is no longer around.
Everyone thought that we should be more accountable and basically spend our money smarter.
We do want to improve education, I would assume. We do want to improve transportation. We do want to improve health care for children. Those are all things I would hope that everybody here would agree upon. Unfortunately, to do those things, it will take money to make it be successful, and that's the sticking point.
I really feel that starting at the bottom, investing in education would improve a lot of people's mentality and the way they think.
We had concerns about health care and education and some of these other things, and that we came to the conclusion that in order to make these things better, it's not going to come free.
But I think we could find a commonality in all the groups as saying that the current income tax system needs to be changed.
You could conceivably justify a tax increase if you had the confidence that that money was going somewhere that you wanted it to be.
With some accountability, there's a large portion of this room, I think, who would agree to some taxes.
I mean, if we're going to raise our taxes, that's fine, but let us know where those increases are going towards.
Why are other countries spending less and getting better results? What is it about the way that we spend our money and the way that we allocate funds and labor that's making our system so inefficient?
Keep the budget balanced. If you don't have the money on a yearly basis, do not spend it.
There needs to be some sort of government reform so that we can feel more that we can trust the government with our money.
I'm proud to be an American, but I would like to have something that I think I've lost over the years, and that is trust in and belief in our political system and our elected leaders.
I think it's
it's sad that a lot of us have such a distrust in our government.
It seems like across the board everybody's calling for transparency and accountability.
I really feel decision makers that you, for the most part, do try to do the best you can.
Personal responsibility and accountability to our elected and appointed officials was very easy to agree on.
You have to make some unpopular decisions to reach the goal that we all agreed we had, to improve the quality of life in our country.
It's my responsibility to communicate my beliefs to people who want to listen and to people who can do something about it.
Well, I've been hearing for several years now about what the American people think through the media or what politicians say, and I've become very depressed about the whole thing and feeling like I'm not even part of this country. And today, I'm finding that that's not true, and that actually people with different beliefs can get together and actually come to some consensus decisions without animosity. And it's renewed my faith in the citizens of this country. And if the citizens of this country can do it, then why can't our politicians in Washington do it?